Hello everyone, hello, happy greetings to you wherever you are. So I finished at the gym and now heading home for the evening, not the holidays. And I wanted to just share a thought because one thing that I experienced is before coming out today, I was feeling like not really like tired. Actually, I was moving quite well at home, getting ready with the socks and the jackets and sweaters to come. I knew definitely I wanted to come, but maybe I felt slightly like, like tired or maybe lazy, but I came anyway. And then I ended up staying for about, I think it was 1 hour overall, which is great. I mean, that's decent for me. I like that. But I noticed just now there was a slight anxiety. So I'm sharing this with the intention of us noticing our thoughts and knowing that we can create a distance between ourselves and what we're thinking, such that don't become what you're thinking about. Don't become overly anxious or overwhelmed by any worrisome thought that might come your way across your mental landscape. So my specific thought was in the gym. I finished and it was getting full, so I thought it would be better if I left. And anyway, it's already 5 or after 5 p.m. and it's dark, as you can see. So we're going home now to spend the rest of the evening with the family, which is a blessing. And so I was thinking, like, I feel like I didn't move enough, like I'm not moving enough, and I just felt uncomfortable slightly with the idea that while I'm here in New York, I just haven't been moving as much, although I have, but my steps have been down from how they've been in Dubai, I think from week to week. And so the truth is that I keep myself active anyway. I keep moving. I do my daily walks in the morning, after lunch when I come to the gym, and then in the evening after dinner. And so it's not necessarily true that I'm staying completely still while I'm here. It's maybe slightly different. But then I was thinking, it's like if you feel like you're not moving enough, maybe the winter time you're staying indoors more. Not saying that's necessarily the case in my situation right now, but I just got that feeling, right? And it's important to remind ourselves that feelings are not facts. And just because you feel something, it doesn't mean that it's true. And just because you think something also does not mean that it's true. It just means that it's something that you temporarily, maybe even briefly felt. And so it can pass, and it will pass, and it can change into maybe even the opposite. And if I look back on my example about what I was thinking and feeling, the anxiety that, I feel like I didn't move enough, so should I continue to eat in my normal way? I sort of had that thought about wanting to, I don't know, that just the discomfort, because I'm not sure that it's the right thing to restrict food any further. And I also think that it's important to keep nourishing our bodies, and as much as you can to cultivate a healthy mindset in terms of food. And so the truth is that now I am bringing out that thought and anxious energy into the forefront, into the external world, so it's not percolating in me for much longer. And just to know that just because you're thinking it doesn't mean that it's true, and we need to feed and nourish ourselves every day, whether that's in one kind of a diet style or another kind of eating style. That's up to you, and that's your choice. But the truth is that we need to continue to nourish ourselves in a caring and nurturing way, even if a part of us is somehow resistant to that, or doesn't know how, or thinks it doesn't know how, but you do know how. So that's my main message, and I hope that it's helpful, because we all have our moments in life where we get anxious or we have just thoughts. that are overwhelming, that can begin to grow even in our own head, and we begin to catastrophize. And so let's not necessarily go down that rocky road, but if you can stop the cycle earlier on at an early stage, an incipient stage where it's not as deep and has such a powerful force, then you can possibly begin to understand more just that it's a thought. It's an anxious sounding thought. It's not you. It does not define you. It does not mean that it's true. And just because you felt something, it doesn't mean that it's true. It's not a fact. It's just a fleeting experience, conscious thought, a series of words in your brain. But it doesn't mean that it becomes the reality in the physical world. Okay? So we can only be present in the here and the now, right now. You can't be in two places at the same time. And as much as we want to, we can only really take care of our life in this moment now, in whatever is being required of you. So even if you don't know how the future will go, maybe you're looking for a job, you don't know where you will be, or you don't even know how the rest of your evening will go, or whether you can count on someone to behave in a certain comfortable feeling to you way, etc., etc. We can't control a lot of factors, how someone will respond to us, how people will receive any kind of message, how you might even behave from one day to the next. That perhaps can change. But what we can do is, you can be here now, you can breathe in this moment, you can take your next step, and whatever it is that you're facing, whether it's a problem or a conflict or something troublesome, just know that you can only take care of it here and now, even if you're concerned about the consequences later on in the future. Here and now is where it's at, as trite and repetitive as that seems, and as simple perhaps and just ordinary as that sounds. I mean, I can only be here right now talking and walking, multitasking. And you can only be where you are right now, watching this, sitting where you are, standing where you are, or walking, however you're being in this moment. We can only take care of the here and the now, and then our thoughts will jump into something else. So if there's anything that this message can highlight and impart, is the power of thoughts, but also something higher than our thoughts is the awareness, the awakeness, being woken up to the fact that there is such a thing as a thought, and that's what's happening here, not that it's a reflection of reality. Okay? So remember, thoughts and feelings are not facts, especially feelings. As much as I've always been someone who's really strong about intuition, and I'm a tarot card reader, and I'm an intuitive. However, it's really important to bear this in mind, that just because I'm feeling it doesn't mean that it's a fact. And let this serve you in a beneficial manner. Use it to your benefit. Take what helps and leave the rest. Take the good and leave the rest. And I think that if we approach different situations in that way, take what's helpful, take the good, and just leave the rest behind. Okay? So have a great continuation next moment, the rest of the evening, next day, whatever it is. I hope you have a great continuation and a happy life with more empowered thinking and thoughts, and a happier experience with your very own mind. Lots of love, and bye for now from Jennifer at Personal Power Wellness Coaching. Always active and connecting with you. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.